by the stencils. And now, you know the secrets. For his next illusion, the magician will employ this curious-looking device that has a long plunger on one end. Resting on a thin table, this large box is shown to be completely empty. Both the front and back sides are open, so we can see everything. The magician calls in one of his beautiful assistants. Looking at her costume, we can almost see everything. He wants us to take a good look at the girl, because she's about to get inside that box. A perfect fit, just like her costume. The magician calls in his other assistants and the fun begins. They draw shades in the back and the front of the box and secure them to the face of the plunger. The line drawing on the front is a fair depiction of the girl inside with a little artistic license here and there. We get the idea. He hands the girl a red silk handkerchief as a lovely parting gift. Whenever a girl gets into a magical box, we can assume something is about to happen to her. As she continues to wave bye-bye, the magician backs up to the end of the plunger. Without warning, he pushes the plunger forward, presumably crushing everything in its path. But the girl is still waving. There's barely enough room for her inside. She pulls the handkerchief into the box, and the magician pushes the plunger all the way forward, completely crushing the girl. As we can see, there is nothing left inside the box except for the long plunger. The girl has been completely flattened. Her lovely co-workers don't seem to mind. Catty. The magician withdraws the plunger, and we can see that nothing untoward has happened to the line drawing of the girl. But will her amazing lines fare so well? The assistants rotate the box so we can see that the shade and back has also been restored to its original condition. And now to get a look inside. He gives a magical wave and commands one of the assistants to open the shade. There's the girl, and she's not the least bit flattened. Another incredible illusion that demands a credible explanation. So how did the magician crush his assistant flat as a pancake? As usual, the secrets are inside the box. The first secret lies deep within the base. It's actually much deeper than it appears. Closer inspection reveals a trap door in the false bottom and a secret compartment below that is nearly a foot deep. See? Lots of room to store a girl who is physically fit. The left side of the box isn't solid. It's made of spandex, concealing another hiding place. When the illusion begins, the girl climbs into the box and the shade is drawn. But with the shade open, we can see how she quickly opens the trap door and slides her legs into the compartment in the base. She presses her back against the spandex, which allows her torso to hide in the side. Snug as a bug. The magician gives her a handkerchief to wave through a hole in the top of the box. This creates the illusion that she is still relaxing in the center of the box. But without the shade, we can see that she is already in her hiding spot by the time the handkerchief is placed into her grip. She pulls it down seconds before the magician drives the plunger all the way into the box, making it appear that she has been completely crushed. Without the shade, we can see that the plunger can slide all the way in without harming her, even though it is pressing tightly against her. The secret here is that the face of the plunger is also made of spandex. When it presses against her, it's like she's being crushed between two soft pillows. Nice. All that's left to complete the illusion is to reverse the action. The plunger is withdrawn, and the girl immediately climbs back out of the base. She replaces the false bottom and gets ready for the moment of her big reveal. And that's how to put a crush on a girl without breaking her heart. Now for a trick that involves almost no preparation or special props. All you need is a volunteer, a pad of sticky notes, and a pen. The magician tells his volunteer to think of an object to sketch on the pad. He tells her that he'll be able to duplicate the drawing magically, no matter what she chooses. He hands her the pen and pad and tells her to draw. He even turns around so he can't see and places his hands behind his back. Even though this is his assistant, she's not in on the trick, so this trick will work with any random volunteer. Look at that, a heart, how sweet. She folds the drawing as instructed and places it in the magician's hand. Now, he convinces her that his magical powers of ESP are about to go to work and tells her to concentrate on her drawing. He turns around and attempts to read her mind. Oh, if only he could. He rubs the sticky note and turns around when he thinks he has the answer. He hands her back the note, still folded, and takes the pad and pen. He'll now attempt to draw the same object she's drawn just by reading her mind. Let's see how good he really is. He asks her to open her drawing and she reveals the heart. He then turns the pad around to show what he's drawn. How about that? A perfect match. So, did the masked magician really read the innocent girl's mind? Of course not. There's a secret. He asks the girl to draw a picture on the pad of sticky notes. The pad is one of the secrets to this trick. The sticky backing is essential. When the magician turns his back, the volunteer places her folded sketch into his hand. What you didn't see was a blank folded sticky note hidden in his other hand. When the magician turns around to tell the volunteer to concentrate on the object she drew, he sticks her drawing to the column behind him. He turns around to face the column, being careful to hide the sticky note from her view. In his hands, he holds the folded blank note, which the volunteer will assume is her drawing. While she's busy concentrating on her object, he's sneaking a look at her sketch. Once he's memorized it, he turns around and secretly removes the note. He folds it back up and exchanges it for the pad and pen. He duplicates the object he saw in her sketch and then reveals it to her. Whether it's a simple heart or a number or letter, it's easy to recreate when you know the secret. For his next illusion tonight, the magician will demonstrate the magical powers of his latest invention, this high-tech machine that turns antimatter into matter. Not that it matters. Just keep an eye on what he can do with it. On the front of the machine is a control panel. The flashing lights indicate that the materialization process is ready to begin. He sets a couple of switches to delay the experiment and offers us an exclusive look inside. It's empty, except for a few more panels of lights which indicate the machine is now at full power. We're ready to begin. Now for the master switch. A flash of light, a surge of electricity, and a skeleton appears inside the machine. Somewhere, a biology class is missing its mascot. This illusion defies all the laws of science. He flips the switch again, and now the skeleton has taken the shape of the female form. I'd say it was impossible if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. The magician makes an adjustment and throws the switch one more time. Keep your eye on the humanoid. It's now transformed into a beautiful woman. She's alive. The heck with science. I love this trick. But is she real? An explosion, and the gorgeous girl emerges from the machine, fully formed and fully functional. Nice job, Masked Man. Now make one more for me. So, how did the masked magician create a living doll in his futuristic machine? Here are the secrets. When the illusion begins, the magician shows us the machine, which is basically a large box dressed up with flashing lights and phony switches. These lights and switches are just Hollywood props. They don't do anything other than blink and look really cool. The real secrets are hidden inside the box. When we look through the opening, it appears that we can see all the way to the end of a long hallway. What we don't know is that the hallway contains a large sheet of glass that is on a 45-degree angle to the front of the box. When light shines on the space behind the glass, we see through it to the empty hallway. But how does the cheap skeleton magically appear? Hidden just to the right of the glass is a secret compartment. When the light shines into the compartment, whatever is inside is reflected onto the glass. In this case, the girl. There is another secret room at the end of this hallway. Inside are another girl and the plastic skeleton. When the hallway goes dark and the outside lights flash, this girl wheels the skeleton out of hiding and behind the sheet of glass. Next, the lights come up in the hallway, exactly as the lights in the duplicate empty compartment are going down. Now the skeleton becomes visible through the glass, and the reflection of the empty hallway goes away. Next, we see the skeleton morph into a humanoid. Here's how. When the lights in the empty compartment are dimmed, a third girl places a mannequin inside and positions it precisely in the right spot. When the lights in the skeleton's hallway fade simultaneously with the lights in the mannequin's compartment, the reflection on the glass makes it look like the scary skeleton is transforming into the scary humanoid. It's really just the glass acting as a mirror. Now that the end of the hallway is dark, the skeleton is removed and the gorgeous blonde steps into its place. When the magician pretends to activate the machine again, the lights outside flash and the lights inside the compartment go down as the lights in the hall go up, making it appear that the humanoid is turning into the lovely lady. That's really her at the end of the hall, standing behind the glass. But how does she get from behind the glass to the opening of the machine? The secret here is that the glass is hinged along one side. When the magician cues the small explosion, the smoke obscures the hallway long enough for a hidden stagehand to pull a cable, which opens the glass and allows the girl to walk straight out of the machine. What a walk. This trick is a complex choreography